and welcome back to my channel, or if you're from Instagram, hi, I am Sweetie Pie here on YouTube. And yeah, today I'm going to show you guys how to achieve this look, and I promise you it's not as pale as it's seeming on camera right now. It's actually it's just looking a little bit pale on camera. Like, it's very bronzy. I used a ton of new products from like my VIB sale haul, which is either coming out or has already been out. My videos are a little like wonky right now. Either way, I also used the two palettes that I'm reviewing this week, the Lemonade palette by Maybelline and also the Twilight palette by Focallure, which is a eBay brand kind of deal. And yeah, I also just used some of my favorites, the Park Avenue Princess Bronzing palette and some new good ones like the MAC Cosmetics Cheeky Bits blush. So if you guys are interested in seeing this Saharan sunrise look, and yeah, stay tuned then. Let's get into it. Alright, so I am looking super crazy right now, obviously because I have my eyebrows on and I also have one eye finished, or at least the lid. I wanted to do this eye look on camera as well, as I was saying, because I did do a pictorial on Instagram. Go check out my Instagram if you don't know, it's always in the description. And I wanted to do a more full look using some of the stuff that I got from the VIB sale and just some of my, die-hard faves right now. So who knows what I'm going to call this video, but I just thought of another product that I need to pull out today. It's been amazing. The Park Avenue Princess Tarte Bronzer Contour Kit. I have been using this for like a month now. I freaking love it. I'm so happy that I purchased this, but let's get on with it. I'm going to use a bunch of new stuff that's completely new to me. The new Makeup Revolution, their stick foundation. I'm going to use that today. I'm going to use, let's see, you know what? That would go really good with this. I'm going to use new MAC products. This is the blush in Cheeky Bits. I have got some Hourglass stuff. I have got, actually, you know what, I'll probably like do a lot of the MAC stuff today. I have the strobing cream. We've got a bunch of new stuff that I want to try out and, fiddle with. And yeah, so let's get into this video. And yeah, the first thing we're going to do is foundation. Actually, you know what? I should throw on a little bit of primer. What are the primers I've gotten here for this week? And I also want to throw on some concealer. So I'm going to put on the Cooling Matte Skin Perfecting Primer by Tarte. I do have the I do have the strobe cream from MAC Cosmetics, but I am very broken out right now. I think I was pretty sure that it was my period, and I have just started using some new skincare stuff, so I'm like kind of nervous because I really wanted the skincare stuff to work. More about that in my haul from the Sephora VIB sale appreciation event. I am drinking Wild Cherry Pepsi. I love any of those kinds of drinks if you know me well. And then I'm just going to go in with this. It's the IT Cosmetics By Bright Breakout Full Coverage Concealer. This is not full coverage at all. I do find though, if you go and you leave it on your skin, like leave it on the dots a little bit longer than you like maybe normally would, that it does kind of like what Jackie Aina says, where she leaves her under eye concealer to set for a minute before she goes in and blends it, just so that it can get a little bit thicker. I do notice that it is very good at that, so I don't hate the product now. I did give this product a pretty terrible review, but I really did not like it at the time. I thought like it was going to be some kind of magical full coverage concealer, but I think that this has actually helped me out my acne has been very under control for the past like month, but yeah, I don't know if it's all these new products or just a bad period, but I'm definitely getting some spots in my beard hormonal acne kind of, you know, spot, like always. Anyway, gonna go in with my Swisswear sponge and just super light dabs. Like I just barely touch my skin just because I think that gives the best coverage. But I still like it blended out. I've tried doing it with my fingers, but I don't like it. I don't like touching my face with my fingers while I have acne. Anyway, so as for that, that is all fine and dandy. Now we're going to go in with the Hourglass the Makeup Revolution Stick Foundation. I've used this one time before this, and it was like Friday or something of last week. Oh my god, YouTube is crazy. You can literally go and sit down and eat half a pizza and then come back. But yeah, we're doing foundation. I just had to kind of touch up that concealer I laid down because, yeah. Anyway, I did want to mention about that concealer. This IT Cosmetics, it totally does oxidize, so you might want to be careful of that. Anyways, so we're going to try this Makeup Revolution. I am going to go not like, and as you can see, it is light, but I wanted a lighter color because honestly, in a month, all of my like tan that I have on my face is going to be completely gone, and it does match my neck better. I try not to get too much on my face. I wear sunscreen every day, but I do, like, I work as a house painter, if anybody didn't know. And I'm using this, this is the Sephora VIB Rouge gift. This is their mini flawless airbrush. And let's just blend this in. Okay, so I know I look a little white. I promise you we will bronze and all that good stuff. I'm going to use my Park Avenue Princess palette. But yeah, this is one coat. One coat. Well, it is kind of one coat. And it does give you pretty good coverage. There are a few places that I want to do a little more on, but other than that, it is pretty good. I've only used this is the second time, and I do find that this oxidizes a little bit as well. But I'm going to do, I have not filmed my haul, and there's a few other things that I am saving that I also picked up for that haul, but I did want to give a little bit of information in my hauls. I don't know, I don't really like the traditional haul where you would just haul the stuff right as you've bought it. I kind of like to wait and even do like a follow-up. Most of the stuff that I haul, I thoroughly review on my channel. But anyway, so for concealer, where is the concealer I'm going to use this week? Oh, it is this one. Okay, I really don't know how this is going to work out. I have the Revolution Conceal and Define. This I've been waiting so long to try, but with this foundation today, I don't really think it's going to work out that well. So I'm actually going to go in with this little sample from Kat Von D. I love her concealers, her concealer, I should say. I just have not bit the bullet and bought it yet, but I've had like 20 samples of it and I love it. So we're just going to use that today. This one is the lightest one. It is light 3. I like this color and everything, but I totally do with the neutral one. That one is, you know, in my opinion, just a little bit better for me, but no issues. And I will do my eye last, so I've already put the timestamp up, but I did put a timestamp up if you don't want to watch the full throttle. Anyway, so for powder, I am 100% going to go in with my Park Avenue Princess to set my eyes. I also have another powder that I just bought, but we'll save that for another day. So I'm going to go in with Enhance, which is that more yellow toned powder. This is an amazingly full coverage powder. I really think like you can achieve a very like matte and what am I trying to say here? Like a very smooth matte finish under the eyes and on the face. I usually go over my nose and then kind of between my eyebrows, a little bit up here, a little bit on my, and that Makeup Revolution foundation definitely leaves a bit of a sheen on the face, just to let you know. So literally what I will do is I will just pat that powder puff into my entire face, just lightly setting that, you know, that foundation and everything, because we're going to put bronzer and blush and all that good stuff over top of it. So I usually put the like heaviest amount on my like under eyes, and then I will just work the rest of it all over the face. Wow, looking white here. Alright, so we're going to go back into the Park Avenue Princess, and I am going to go into Princess Cut, which is that lighter shade right there of bronzer. And I want to try and use my big fan brush. I'm pretty sure it's like Nikki Tutorials I've seen do this. And I've always been interested to see if it actually can be controlled. Wow. That wasn't bad, guys. Let's go into the next cheek. This is a little more difficult. Well, that wasn't bad on the cheeks, guys. Like, it's not super precise, which I like this brush by Quo because it doesn't pick up a ton of product. See, it's very light-handed brush, but I still find that it sweeps product onto the face very nicely. I hope that's kind of, and if you want to get like a lot of product on it, you can always kind of just squish it down a little bit, then tap it, and then as you can see, it does a lot of the same thing, honestly. And then when I want to go like a little more precise, I will go into Angle with this. This is the blush brush by e.l.f. And I will, you know, go right into that cheekbone, and I mostly like to use this for the forehead. I keep getting smacked in the face with my hair just to get, see, just to like, because especially on camera, bronzer does not like to show up as well. I don't know exactly why. Maybe it's because I use natural lighting, or maybe it's because I'm just terrible at my camera. And then for my neck, because I pretty much do my neck every day, I will just dip into both of them and go in with a big powder brush. But today I'm just kind of Whoopa! And then I'm just like, see, I just go into the palette and then I just dust down my face just to create, like, you know, a little contrast. And then lately I have been really into kind of throwing a little bit on my nose. But what I will do is I will dip into the light powder first just so that it doesn't come off overly harsh, because obviously a lot of the time when I am working every day, I do my makeup every day, you know, very glam, very like abnormally glam for my job. But that's only because I want practice. I don't want to ever, you know, feel like I, you know, shouldn't be giving out beauty advice or doing reviews on YouTube. That's why I practice as much as I do. That's why I do a look of the day every day. That's why I'm doing these pictorials on Instagram, is so that I can learn and use these products. And this eye is so pretty right now. It hasn't faded or anything, and it's been like an hour since I did this eye. This eye is gonna look a little different, I think. But anyway, so there is that. Now for the blush, I'm excited to use this. This is the MAC Cheeky Bits blush, and MAC has come to Sephora. I don't know why I didn't ever purchase anything from MAC. I'm sure I could have just bought off the website, and it looks like I don't have a brush for, oh no, here we go. Okay, so this is the Sephora Mini 5.5 brush. It's like a big blush brush. This is a very like baked kind of formula. I've used this once already, and I did notice that you need a bit of a denser brush to pick it up. But like that color, it's very pretty. Okay, and then I'm just gonna dust that off a little bit and then blend that into the skin. And like on camera, it doesn't even like look like I'm wearing that much. I promise you, this is almost a bit of an overkill. Let's get closer. It's very like cute and cheeky. I love that kind of a blush where you can like, you know, get that really rosy look. So I've only used it twice, but so far very cute. Very expensive though. These are their extra dimension blushes. These are pretty darn expensive, and I totally used it before taking a picture of it, so I feel guilty, but that is that, I guess. But yeah, okay, so for highlight, I don't have a highlight in here. Shame on me. Oh my goodness. Well, you know what? I'm going to use actually a shade from one of these two palettes. So let's go on with the eye look. And yeah, then we will kind of use one of those as our highlight. All right, let's zoom in a little closer. Alright guys, so here is what you've been waiting for. If you're from Instagram and you saw my pictorial, I first just start out with a base of the LA Colors. This is their white stick. I love these kinds of primers, the kinds of primers that you can really stick down to the eye and are going to make your eyeshadows like pop out. I pretty much use them all the time. So most of the time I don't have a lot of problems with like eyeshadows not showing up. This palette though, I'm not super pleased with. This is the Maybelline Lemonade Craze palette. I'm doing my review on it like this coming week, so I'm not sure if this will be up before or after it. Probably after, but yeah, this you'll see in my review. And then I also have the Focallure Twilight palette. I'm going to use that as well today. So the first thing we're gonna do, if I can remember correctly, is we're going to go in to Lemonade Craze, which is this yellow here. This yellow is just honestly not that pigmented. It just isn't. And I'm literally just going to go from one side of my crease to the other, just like really haphazardly. And you can see like it doesn't want to fully be opaque. There is some yellow there, but like it gets kind of drowned out. And honestly, this is like almost my like base shade for this entire look. I'm gonna go in a little bit later and just kind of clean up the edge near my brow, but other than that, this is the beginning of the look. Alright, so that was the BH Cosmetics. This is their #1 brush from their eyes kit, I think. It's just a very big pointed, a very big pointed brush. So after that, I'm gonna stop saying it. After that, I went in with the Coral Punch from this palette with a smaller, this is from the same set, it is the #2 brush, and I'm going to get that on there. And these are super, super powdery, as you can see. And I'm just going to go in the inner crease with that. This was a super easy eye to create. And honestly, that just turned out a little bit more pigmented even than it was on this eye. So bravo for that. Maybe I just had a ton on my brush. But that is actually a little bit more pigmented than it was when it was acting up on this eye. Now, after that, if I'm not mistaken, I go in with Rose Veil. I'm trying to get it so that, there we go. So Rose Veil, as well as we're going to go into Tiramisu, and we're going to kind of just start working those into the crease area. First with Rose Veil, which is a very like lighter, like middle range rose shade. It's got some burgundy in it. And as you can see, I'm just like working that in this eye. The crease gets covered up a lot, so I wanted to intensify it as much as I could. And then after I go in with the shimmery shade, I will come back and just slightly darken it back up again. And I'm actually pretty far away from the mirror, so don't hate me. Now I'm just going into that white shade in the Maybelline palette called Sunnies, and I'm just kind of dusting that on the upper crease just so it looks a little bit more, you know, blended and all that good jazz. And again here, I'm just kind of darkening it up. As you can see, like this one's pretty darn dark. Alright, so now we're going to do the fun part. Now we're going to take the brush I used is this ColourPop shader brush. This works amazingly for pressing down those Super Shock shadows, pressing down pigments in general, wetting pigments, and just wetting shadows in general. I am a big shadow wetter person. I love those Pat McGrath videos where she's wetting the pigment and putting it on the eye. That is my dream. And I'm just looking for, I actually used a lipstick. Oh, bingo! This is a dollar store. This is the brand called Mariposa, and they make these metallic lipsticks, which were so pretty on the lips, you know, for a couple weeks when I was playing with them. But I was like, you know what, if I can't find a way to wear these on a more regular basis, I am just going to get rid of them. Well, I used this one. This is a pink one. They don't even really have names on them, so it's the pink in a gold tube. And then what we're going to do is we're just kind of going to cut the crease slightly. Like as you can see, it did kind of go up there. It's not going to be like a full-on sharp cut crease. It's going to be like a very, you know, pretty two-toned cut crease. So I hope you can see that. And And what I normally do for a cut crease is I work up like this, and I will start like down here, and then I will slowly build it to further up on my lid if that's where I want it. Because it can be difficult, for me at least, to actually get a cut crease properly. So as you can see, we've got that lipstick all over the lid, and if it were to stay like that, that in itself would be gorgeous. But I know for a fact I'm going to have to set this. So I actually ended up taking and going into the Twilight palette, and I just wiped off my ColourPop brush, and I went into this one called Ruby on the inner and outer corner. So these shadows are some of the oddest ones I've ever used. I will do a close-up after I'm done this part just to show you. They're like almost identical to like ColourPop Super Shock shadows, which I love, but just like maybe a little bit creamier. So as you can see, I'm just kind of setting that ruby shade down like this on the inner corner, and then going out to the outer corner. Just like that. Then I'm going to go into the Maybelline palette, and I'm going to take the color Strawberry Lemonade, which is this really kind of bright, shimmery, pinky kind of shade, and I'm going to place that right in the middle. It can be a little bit flaky, and I'm just kind of touching up this eye a little bit, because after a few hours, obviously, it can get a little less vibrant. And like, there we go. So honestly, I'm just going to kind of rub here and here with a little bit of ruby on my brush, just to stop it from, you know, looking kind of weird, like, you know, choppy. I want it to kind of blend into itself. Then I'm just going to take a brush, because I do see a little bit of fallout, which did whisk away really carefully and easily. Sweating up a storm over here. And then, yeah, the last thing we're actually going to do is put some glitter on the upper, and it'll almost be finished. So what I did was I actually took Midnight Cowboy, which is not a glitter I use very often, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to use this glitter. Now, you could totally skip this, put some mascara on, you know, some liner, and you could be good to go. But I just wanted to kind of throw in a little extra. Eyes, I am not going to look down. I'm going to just let this dry, as well as I'm going to just touch up this eye. Saharan Sunrise eye look. And if you are from Instagram, hey, hi, I love you guys so much, and make sure you go check out some more of my videos. And we're going to do a lip, and yeah, I'll come back. I'm probably going to put on some lashes, and I'm not going to do a wing. I'm just going to do a little bit of liner to cover up the lashes, and yeah, that'll be about it. We'll do like a little bit of lower lash line, and I'll let you guys go. All right. Let's zoom out. Alright guys, so all I really did with the eyes is I threw on some Ardell. These are in the style 120. They kind of flare out at the edge there. I know I look so pale on camera, so I am filming. I might as well. I'm going to bronze up my skin a little bit more. Now I'm going to take that color Carrot, and I'm going to kind of try to get it on a big powder brush. and just kind of warm up the face just a little more. I think once I get a lip on, it'll also balance it out. But yeah, the lip that I want to wear is one that I've been wearing all the time now. So you're going to take the NYX Nutmeg Lip Liner, and I think this lip is going to go amazing with this like really warm, oh, Saharan eye. So yeah, I just align my lips. And then I'm going to take this lipstick. This is the Too Faced Peaches lipstick in Sunday Funday. These lipsticks are absolutely stunning. They're beautiful. They feel so good on the lips, and I'm going to top it off with the Essence Hollow Woe in Unicorn Tears, Unicorn Powder. And it's just kind of like an iridescent. I've been trying not to get my lipstick actually in the tubes because I feel like that's kind of gross, so I will literally just take some on my finger and just pat. Never fails to get a cat hair in my lipstick. And then you have like this juicy nude lip that looks a little more nude on camera. It's a little less nude in person. I promise you I will insert a picture right here of what that look. Oh, you can see my clip right there. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, guys, this is the look, and this is actually the look that I did for my first pictorial on Instagram, if you haven't heard me say that enough times yet. I hope you guys enjoyed this little, like, get ready with me, and yeah, have a really wonderful day, night, evening, whatever. Mwah! Don't forget to check out these videos right here. And yeah, bye!